Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome if you're new. Unfortunately, I thought that I was already recording, but for some reason I wasn't. So I'm just going to have to talk you through the steps that I've done so far. So as you can see, today we're going to be doing this little chicken here. So I'll just zoom you in so that you can see what I've done. Luckily, I checked the camera and it wasn't recording. I was like, oh no. So the first thing that I did is go in with crimson red, and I used this to fill in completely this little love heart, just using normal pressure. Then I filled in this little one in the middle and this outer edge one here with crimson red. Then I went in with rose red and just filled in this section in the middle here so that it was a different colour red. Using lemon yellow, I then filled in these sort of little details here and around his headpiece, his little beak and this little dot here. And then I went back in with crimson red and I did some light pressure here and a bit darker pressure on this edge here, and then some harder pressure here on both edges and left a lighter patch in the middle. And then I filled in all of these little circles with the red as well. Then I went in with my white pencil and went over that little highlight there and the little highlight in the middle here to bring it all together. So yeah, I'm really sorry guys that the camera wasn't recording and I couldn't exactly start it again because I'd already started it. But they're the steps that I've taken so far. So I'm going to continue with this and hopefully my camera will carry on recording this time. Okay, so I was saying before that I actually looked up a picture of these and they're called Portuguese chickens. I found a picture online and they're mainly like black and red with a little bit of green on there as well. So what I want to do is make a start on the actual chicken itself. So I'm going to go in with shadow grey because it's quite a dark grey colour, and I'm going to use this as our base colour, and then we can go in and add some black to give it a bit more shadow. So I'm just going to use light pressure for this and just run this over the chicken's body. Hopefully you guys got the gist of what I did before when I realised that I wasn't filming for my little intro there. But if you've got any questions or you're not sure about anything, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to go over these little dots here because I'm going to add them in after with a Posca pen anyway. So I'm just going to go over them. And then we'll fill in this little bottom bit here. Next, going in with our black pencil, I'm going to go ahead and add some darker shadow to this. So anywhere that I want it to be darker, I'm just going to go ahead and add this colour in. And then start to lift the pressure as you come across. So this corner here is going to be the darkest. And then again, just lift the pressure. Then I'm going to go in with my white pencil and I'm just going to go over this to blend it all together and make it look a little bit more like a natural highlight. Okay, so going back in with that black, we're going to do the same for the actual chicken himself. So I'm going to start by darkening up this side of him. So I'm just using normal pressure here, and then as I come away, I'm going to lift the pressure. I think we'll take it to about halfway so that he's got quite a dark side on the right hand side. I'm going to try and leave some of the dots there so that I can see where they go. Add some darkness there, and then we'll do all along this edge here. and under there. Add some down this edge. Okay, and now I'm going to start to lift the pressure. So I want to add a bit more colour, but not as much pressure here. And go ahead and darken this up. Then in here, I'm going to fill this in because this would be a little bit darker in between these little dots. So I'll just use normal pressure for this bit. Then here I'm going to darken up this bit here by the love heart, and then I'm going to lift the pressure again, so we've got a bit of a lighter patch there. Okay, let's go back in with our white pencil and see how this is looking. So again, I'm going to take it over the darker colour as well and just mix this all together. And then we'll do the same on this side of the chicken. Next, I'm going to go in with my Posca pen and I'm going to go over the little dots here so that we don't lose them and make them a little bit more obvious. Okay, so going back in with our black pencil, I'm going to continue to add some shading. So I'm going to darken up completely this side of these little white dots so that this is the darkest side. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of shade to that edge of the love heart. And then here I'm just going to lift the pressure off again. Okay, here we'll darken up right up to these little dots. And then here I'm going to add some lighter pressure and take this through these little dots. And then here we'll lift off the pressure again, follow that round. Okay, and then for inside these little swirls, I'm going to darken up right up against them. And inside that little swirl there, join that onto the bottom. Then this one we'll just darken up this side. This one will fill in Just a little swirl. Okay, and then I'm just going to use light pressure to add a bit more colour to the rest of the chicken. Okay, so going back in with our white pencil, I'm going to go ahead and go over this and blend this all together so it looks nice. Then going back in with our black pencil, I'm just going to darken up this line here on this edge. So you can always go back over if you want anywhere to be a bit darker. Then going back in with my Posca pen, I'm going to fill in the dots on this one as well. We'll add a little highlight to these love hearts. Next, going in with orange, I'm going to fill in his eye because the picture that I saw had got an orange rim around his eye. So I'm just going to use normal pressure and fill this in. Okay, and then taking Peacock blue, I'm going to go ahead and do a base coat on the bottom bit of this chicken because the picture that I saw, he had like a blue base on him. So I thought that would be nice to break up all of the black that we've got so far because it's quite dark. So I'll just do a base coat with this colour. Then going in with Mykonos blue, I'm going to add some shade to him. So what I'm going to do is sort of shade this side because this bit here would be a little bit darker. So I'm going to use normal pressure here and fill that bit in. And then I'll just darken up the one side of that section and the one side of this section. And I'm not going to do any on that one because that one's going to be the lightest part. And then again, we'll just darken up this side of these little triangles. Then going back in with Peacock blue, I'm going to go ahead and fill in the opposite side so that these are a little bit lighter. Going back in with my Posca pen, I'm going to add a little highlight just to this edge here. And we'll do a little highlight in his eye. Next, taking Fruit Punch, I'm going to bring some pink into this picture so that it kind of matches the two on the sides. So we're going to use Fruit Punch to do the flowers in the background. So what I want to do first is just go in with a nice base coat on these little petals. we'll do the same for this one. And this little one up here. Next, going in with fuchsia, I'm going to go ahead and add some shade to these. So I'm going to fill in the middle section, and then I'm just going to start to take this colour about halfway up these little petals. And we'll do the same for this one. Then going back in with our white pencil, make sure you've got the black off of it. And then I'm going to use this to just blend these two colours together. So again, you just want to use normal pressure for this part. And then I'm going to go back in with my Posca pen, and to tie this in with the chicken, I'm going to do white dots on here. So where we've got these little dots drawn in, I'm going to make these white just so that it matches the chicken a little bit. Next, going in with lilac, we're going to make a start on the background. So what I want to do is go ahead and add this colour down. And again, I'm just going to use light pressure. And I'm going to make this like the little, I think they call it like Bohemian style, where they leave the little white circles in. So I'm literally just going to draw in some little white circles. This one will take up to the chicken. So anywhere where you want there to be like a little patch of lightness, you can just add a little circle in. We'll do one here coming off the chicken. And we'll have one over here and one over here. And then I'm just going to use this colour and light pressure to go ahead and fill in the rest of the background. And then I'm just going to darken up around these little circles. Just to make them stand out a little bit more so I can see exactly where they are. Next, going in with Orchid Purple, which is a little bit darker, I'm going to go ahead and start to add in a little bit more shade. So I'm going to use this to darken up the corners here and just sort of take that up. I'm just using normal pressure to sort of mark out where I want the darker shade to be. And take this all the way down this edge here. And then I'm just going to lift the pressure so that we can blend this out. I think we'll darken up all behind his tail here as well, make that a little bit darker. We'll darken up this top corner. And then again, just lift the pressure as you come away. And do the same down here. All along here. And then I'm going to start to lift the pressure here to blend this out. I'm going to use this colour to add another little circle here. And then again, I'm just going to start to lift the pressure to blend this out. Go ahead and darken up this top corner. And then lift the pressure to blend that out. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with Lilac, and I'm going to take this up to this purple colour that we've done and see how it's looking, see if it's different enough. Okay, yeah, that stands out quite nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and start filling in the lilac area now. Taking it over the orchid purple. Then going in with my white pencil, I'm just going to lightly go over where we left the white, just to blend a little bit of colour over it, but I don't want to use too much pressure because it might pull too much colour through. So I just want to give them like a little tint of colour, just to take away like the harshness of the white. Okay, then going back in with our Posca pen, I'm going to add some tiny little white dots into the background as well. So just sort of randomly place these in. I'm going to add a little highlight here on the chicken, and we'll do one here and a little one there. Okay everyone, and this is how the little chicken has come out. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and again I'm sorry about not noticing that I wasn't filming the beginning part, but like I said, if you guys have got any questions or anything, let me know in the comments down below and I'll do my best to help you. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.